Well, today we're going to start part 2 of train number 73's trek to Emporia. And if you remember, this is the station of Paradigm, and this is where the train left off. And what we're going to do now is continue the trip through San Angela, which is modeled loosely after Lawrence, Kansas, and Jamestown, which is loosely modeled after Topeka, Kansas, the capital. So we'll move the camera and we'll get on with the next part. The train is now continuing its trip. It'll be, as you can see it in the distance, it'll be going past Bubba's Sand and Gravel. And here it comes. And it will go onto the track alongside the station here in San Angela, which is right there, which is modeled after the Lawrence, Kansas station. And there you see the Turtle Creek Central commuter train. So the train will come in so that the passengers and mail and express, etc., can be taken and or added to this train. And these 3 cars in the front, there's 3 reefers here, they're going to be picked up onto this train. So there's just a pickup at this station. So give me a couple of minutes and I will do the necessary uncouplings and then we'll get on with it. So the engine has been uncoupled from the remainder of the train and we'll now bring it forward. It's going past the Meadow Gold plant and the Three Dogs Brewery. It'll come out here, as you can see. Wait here, and we will flip a turnout, reverse the engine, and back it up, and it'll go on to the siding where the 3 refrigerator or ice bunker cars are located. And hopefully we have a couple. We'll see when we pull forward. And we do. It's magic. So we'll now bring those cars forward and then back it up once we get past this turnout here. And recouple back onto the train. And hopefully any passengers and or mail or express that needed to be put into the combine has already been accomplished. As I mentioned in the previous video, there is, this is a non-sound engine. It's an Atlas RS1 and it has the TCSCN decoder in it. And hey, everything's together. So the train will continue its trip. And its next stop will be Jamestown, which is on the other side of the peninsula. Hopefully I'm not panning too awfully quickly, because I wanted you guys to see the submarine, which has continually showed up in the river. And the train will now go around the corner, and we'll pick it up on the other side after I move the camera. And here comes the train into Jamestown. As I mentioned earlier, loosely, very loosely based on Topeka, Kansas, the capital. It really has the track plan of, can't remember the name of the town, but it was on the original Sunset Valley done by Bruce Chubb, because I had built that at one time in N scale. And so I had all the buildings, so I think it was East Fork, if I remember right. So here comes the train in to this another unfinished station, which I think is either made by Keebury or Vollmer. All right, so we'll stop the train there. Now, what I want to do is tell you, if I put my controller down, what we're going to be doing at this station. There'll be 2 setouts. This wire covered gondola here will go to 6T Company, which is here. And that covered gondola has wire in it. They make large machine type things there, just heavy stuff. And then we'll be dropping off this covered hopper here, or LO is its code, over to Red Wing Milling, which is this building over here. For pickups, we'll be picking up this, there's a Rock Island boxcar here, and it's at Schwartz Tools, and that will go to Emporia. So without further ado, and I'll show you some of the switching, I hope. So we'll uncouple here. I'm right-handed, so let me go over there and try to do this right-handed. And of course it never works, right? I did this okay in the rehearsal. Nope. All right, we'll use the big hand again. I'm used to using the big hand. All right, so now we got to go forward. I got to get my controller again. So we'll go forward. And pull past this turnout right there. Flip that. Reverse. And there it is at 6T. And we'll now uncouple. Hopefully. Hopefully. It works sometimes. Okay, we'll just forget that. There, that worked. Now we go forward. And now we're going to put these 3 cars back onto the train, detach the engine, and take it around the outside track here. Okay, now we'll see if this works. Hey, that worked. So the engine will now go forward. I got to set another turnout as it's coming back. I'll have to go down the other end. We'll now pull it in behind the combine while I'm uncoupling the covered hopper. So after uncoupling the covered hopper, and hopefully I won't push the car back into the other one again. And the Atlas, the front coupler wants to push one way. Okay, there it is. Now it's coupled up properly. So now we're going to pull back, and it'll go beyond the turnout down there and then go onto that siding. And once again, it will be dropping off at this building, which is Red Wing Milling. And in fact, I did find 2 covered hoppers that are Red Wing Milling, and this is one of them. Okay. This gets brutal sometimes. All right, so now that one is dropped off. We're now going to pull past that and come into here to pick up this boxcar. If I throw all the turnouts, right? There we go. And it's got it. So we'll now pull those 2 back out. Past the turnout that I forgot to throw the last time. Now put these back onto the train. Good couple. We'll now take the engine off the train, hopefully. There we go. Reverse. We'll now run around to put the engine back on the front of the train. You know, it's always the coupling seems to always go right, but the uncoupling doesn't in my case. So, especially when I'm on camera. That's okay. The big hand fixes everything. And there we are. We're done here in Jamestown with switching. So we'll now continue on to the next station. The train now continues by departing from Jamestown, and it's heading towards Michaelson Junction, which is just to the right. And at Michaelson Junction, there are no setouts or pickups. Other than the combine will be stopped at the station for a few minutes to see if there's any passengers, freight, express, baggage, etc. to be picked up. And we're almost there. You'll notice the Greyhound bus terminal in front of the station there. All right, so the train will stay here just a couple of minutes, and then it will continue its trip to Emporia, which is actually down in staging. So it'll come over here, and I'll go ahead and start to train up. And here it comes on to one of the two mainline tracks, and it'll be coming into what I loosely call the town of West Helix. And here it will cross over to the westbound main line and head on down the Helix into staging, which is where Emporia is. So, and as soon as the train is completely in the tunnel, we'll go ahead and end the video. Sped it up just a wee bit. And there you have it. That's the complete run for Train 73.